Hello everybody, this is Aficionado or Caleb coming to you for the first ever time right here, right now. I'm slam packed today. I got a ton of good stuff to talk about. It's all soccer related content. As you can tell, I'm an avid soccer fan. I'm a soccer player. I play college soccer. I love the game of soccer. Everything about it, I'm an enthusiast of. I love Mario Flaning's haircut. I love a good Chelsea own goal. I love watching Atlanta beat Orlando every time they play. And I love, more than anything else, watch the U.S. men's national team underachieve over and over again. It's fantastic. I'll never get over it. Maybe one day we'll be a good team, but not right now. So I hope that this interests you. It sounds as good to you as it does to me, because this is the kind of content I'm going to be bringing you early and often. I'd like to encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be trying to upload regularly all the latest soccer-related news. I try to go over MLS, international competitions, especially the U.S. men's national team, because I'm a fan, and the Premier League. And other assorted soccer news that's happening out there. As everybody knows, this is a big time right now. MLS in full swing. Premier League just ended. Transfer market's open. And the all-important World Cup is right around the corner. Only 10 days away. 10 days away. Everybody get excited because it's a fantastic event. The best sporting event in the world. Yeah, I'll say it. I'm not afraid. So everybody, please be sure to tune into my channel. I'll be putting out a lot of good content about that. So I'd like to just go ahead and jump right in. We got a full slate of things to talk about, starting with MLS Game Week 15. The first action of the week took place on Wednesday the 30th, where we saw New England draw with Atlanta 1-1. Really a good point for both teams. Atlanta sitting at the top of the East. Always good to take points from games. Could have took 3, honestly. I watched this game. I'm an Atlanta United fan. They had a lot of chances. They did not convert. They couldn't finish their chances. Thus, you only walk away with a point. Union 3, the Fire 1. Good 3 points for the Union. RSL 2, Houston 1. Kyle Beckerman scored the winner in the 82nd minute. I feel like that's a name that never really gets mentioned anymore. Kyle Beckerman used to be big stuff for the U.S. men's national team. Now he's out there at the RSL, who is quietly rising in the Western Conference. The Galaxy 2, Dallas 3. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's 2 straight goals were not enough to bring the Galaxy back from a 3-goal deficit against Dallas. Galaxy continue to slide in the Western Conference. Really need to kick it into gear if they want to make it to the playoffs. Friday, June the 1st, we saw Colorado lose to Vancouver 2-1. Christian Teixeira goal for Vancouver. Good game for both teams. Saturday the 2nd, saw the Timbers and the Galaxy draw 1-1. Really big rivalry out there. Good point for the Galaxy. Better point for the Galaxy than it was for the Timbers, but it's good to see both teams walk away with something. Atlanta 3, Union 1. Joseph Martinez's hat trick sees him tie the MLS record of 5 hat tricks in less than 2 seasons played. That's incredible. Martinez is an incredible striker. Good sense of positioning. Good finish touch. He's got it all. He'll probably be making the move to Europe soon. I would not be surprised at all to see him go. The Crew 3, TFC 3. Really an incredible game. Toronto jumped out in front 3-0. They looked good. They were finishing chances, looking dangerous at all times in the game. And then it all just came apart. The Crew scored 3 straight goals to come back and steal a point. The Columbus Crew, they're doing well. They're having a good season. José Zardes in the race for the Golden Boot, which is led by Joseph Martinez, by the way. Or actually, rep Atlanta United. Montreal 1, the Dynamo 0. Good 3 points for Montreal. New England 2, the Red Bulls 1. New England is suddenly starting to heat up a little bit after a positively dreadful start to the season. NYCFC 3, Orlando 0. That New York win sees Orlando take 4 straight losses after they started slow and they heated up. Now they're back to slow again. I don't know. Dallas 2, LAFC 1. Diamante's first goal in the LAFC jersey under Bob Bradley was not enough as Dallas continues to roll. The Fire 2, San Jose 1. Really an unimportant game. It was good to see the Fire finally win a game. RSL 2, the Sounders 0. Chris Baird scored his 8th goal of the season, a good tally for the RSL striker. And the Sounders they're pathetic, honestly. If you're a Sounders fan, I would be more disgusted with this season than I have ever been. Really, they can't even score. It's terrible to watch. It's sad to watch. Sunday the 3rd, we saw one game close out the game week with Kansas City putting up 4 goals on a poor Minnesota team. Ended up winning 4-1. Really was a beatdown there. All right, so in the Eastern Conference, that leaves your top four as Atlanta with 29 points, NYCFC with 27 points, the Crew with 26 points, the Red Bulls with 22 points, and the Revolution with 22 points. Actually, top five, my bad. In the West, you have SKC with 28 points, Dallas with 26, RSL with 22, LAFC with 21, and the Timbers with 21. Very tight in both conferences, as you can tell. It's a lot of good competition this season. Other big news coming out of the MLS this week is that FC Cincinnati finally got the expansion team they've wanted for many, many years. They will be joining Nashville as next year's newest comers in the MLS. All right, I'd like to mention again 10 days of the World Cup because I'm that excited. I'm going to talk about it all the time. There are several big omissions and additions to World Cup squads that were not expected. Leroy Sané, in an absolutely dumbfounding move, was left off the German national team squad. I don't know what more you can look for in a player, honestly. I don't understand it. I feel like he is in top form, but he's been left off. He will not be in Russia. Granit Xhaka and Mo Salah, however, have both overcome injuries and were included in the Swiss and the Egyptian national team squads, respectively. In the other Premier League news, I know you guys are like, oh, this guy's an Arsenal fan. What's he know about the Premier League? I assure you I know a little bit. What I don't know, I will find out for you. So I'm not all that bad, even though Arsenal is. I'll admit it. But in other Premier League news, the transfer market's open. The manager carousel is going full swing. Big news, Unai Emery has been hired by Arsenal to replace Arsene Wenger after 22 years at the helm. A good signing, I think. I'm excited. I think he's going to bring in some good players, and they'll be able to develop the talent that is already present. Big transfers that have been linked to and from the MLS. Fred to Man U, all but done, I've heard. Rooney to DC United, I've heard. That is a very serious thing. That would be a huge pickup for DC United. Really change the MLS. And Mahrez to City for close to $100 million. That would be a fantastic sign for City. Mahrez had the quietest 10-goal, 10-assist season I've ever seen last year in the Premier League. Fantastic player. Liverpool has completed the signing of Fabinho for $40 million. The defensive midfielder is expected to round out that new Liverpool midfield that they're putting together. It's going to include Naby Keita and probably Oxlade-Chamberlain. Really, that'll be something to behold next year for Liverpool. They're going to be a top-class team. And finally, the last news I have this week is the U.S. men's national team played 2 games this week. It was a decent week. Obviously, they're capping a young squad because their disappointment with the World Cup leads them to want to get experience on the other fronts. I understand it. I think the young players played reasonably well. In a game on May the 28th in Pennsylvania, Christian Pulisic's last cap of the year for the U.S. men's national team saw a bunch of young talent really come out to play. Granted, it was versus Bolivia. The United States won 3-0, but they still played really well. Timothy Way, Josh Sargent, and Walker Zimmerman all got on the board for the first time ever in U.S. men's national team jerseys. I'm especially excited about Timothy Way. I feel like he's a very exciting prospect. He plays at PSG for his club season. Top-class winger, good pace, good vision, unselfish. Just needs that little touch of quality, but that'll come with time. I'm very excited to see how he goes forward in the future. The second game of the week was a 2-1 loss in Dublin, Ireland, to the Republic of Ireland. It was a kind of a disappointing game for the U.S. men's national team. Jumped out to a 1-0 lead right before the half on a Bobby Wood. It was a nicely played goal. Set-piece routine, a good goal, but their defense in the second half was not up to par. Hamid in goal looked, I'm just going to be honest, he did not look good at all. Made a couple of dreadful mistakes. Backline was not solid. Could never get possession of the ball. Really, no one stood out to me. That was the most disappointing thing. I was expecting these young players to come out, want to leave their mark, but no one really stood out in that game. So a 2-1 loss to Ireland. Well, that's all for the big news that I have this week. Be sure to tune in. I will be posting videos regularly, so like and subscribe, like I said. Turn on post notifications. Come back. And I'm very excited to have you here. And one more thing, there is a GoFundMe set up in the channel description. If you have the means and you're willing and able, please donate to that so I can continue. That's just going to fund me bringing you the news that I love and hopefully that you love as much as I do. All right, well, I'd like to thank you for tuning in today, and see you next time.